If you've ever felt shy, uncomfortable, awkward in conversations with a dozen excuses not to attend anything where you might have to actually communicate with somebody, do not fear, because I've been there. I've done that. I've got the XL t-shirt as well to prove it. And in this video, we're going to look at something called fake it till you make it, or as I like to say, face it till you ace it. Bruce Lee famously said, after a long time practicing, our work will become natural, skillful, swift, and steady. That term I like to use, face it till you ace it, it's actually a scientifically proven term called behavioral activation. And it's the practice that Bruce Lee talks about that enables that behavior to become activated and to become habitual. What we say, the volume, what we see, our eye contact, what we do, our body language. These are three things to stop us from feeling shy in conversations. Let's dive in. The first one, it's what we say. So think about how we talk, how we communicate. The really important thing is that when we feel shy, it's quite common to go inside, internal. Shyness brings in a volume that goes down, and I'm kind of having to whisper here now for the camera, but you get a feel of there's not that much energy behind my voice. There's not that much authority, certainty. I feel shy because I'm not expressing myself. I'm not bringing the volume to my voice from the diaphragm. And that's something we can talk about in another video, diaphragmatic breathing, but it's about the volume and the connection and the authority behind what we say and how we communicate. So that's one thing that we can practice, is just lifting the volume a bit when we go into a conversation, and it can grab the attention of the person we're listening to and the person that's listening to us, more importantly, right? They can hear us and they can actually take in and go, oh, okay, this person means business. They're using their voice and the volume is there to match the other two things we're going to be looking at. Just while we're on that discussion of practicing, I want to give a big shout out to one of the recent subscribers, Quason. I hope I got that pronunciation right, but he messaged me across and he said that he was really working on some communication skills so that he could advance and do better in his job. So this video, all about practicing, getting it into habit, it's everything that Quason has been asking about. So thank you, Quason, and welcome to the community. So the second thing is what we see. And what I mean by this, it's the use of eye contact, what we see in front of us. Now, how many times have you had a conversation with somebody? Let me know in the comments below. Big yes, if you've done this. I've done it too, where we have a conversation and you get to the end of the conversation and you've no idea even what that person looks like because we're feeling shy, we're feeling a little bit awkward. And the last thing we want to do in that moment is to actually look into the eyes of that person and make eye contact. Now, there is a fine line here, and little backstory, I was renowned for being a pretty intense starer. So I had this desire to communicate more meaningfully with people. That desire to be more meaningful in my communication, have better conversations, get into deeper subjects, resulted in me not blinking. So I was making eye contact, but I would stare without blinking. And I think I got coined the term Hannibal Lecter a few times because I just had this intensity about my stare that made people feel just that little bit uncomfortable. So there is a balance, okay? But the important thing is there's a difference between not making eye contact, being low in volume and looking everywhere but the person so they don't feel comfortable and we don't feel comfortable, and then bringing our awareness into the other person, because then we can really engage and we can listen to what they're saying and bring that into our conversation. And the third one is what we do or how we move. What we do with our body language, how we engage our arms, our physicality within that conversation. And I like to put it like a conductor of an orchestra. If you look at somebody, they're conducting music. They're not just like go, 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 go aimlessly with their arms. There's musicality there. They move the orchestra. And when we're talking to somebody, we can really think about how we present ourselves, body language, physicality, arm gestures, hand gestures, and it's all intentional. One thing to help is to actually think about how you want to get across to the person the meaning behind your words. And so a little practice for you now is to actually start thinking about presenting your words to the other person in a meaningful way. And it's so much easier to do that when we have reason behind our words. And you can see just then, I've used my hands to kind of stop and say, hey, listen to these words. And remember, overcoming shyness in conversation starts by being true to ourselves, knowing what we stand for, being proud of who we are, what we want to achieve, how we want to communicate. And then from there, the confidence kicks in. If we come from that place of authenticity, of genuine care about the conversations we have, then the confidence does come. It really does. Now, I'm going to link in a video right above here. It's about what we do when we have those awkward silences in conversation. And we go through a discussion about conversational threading. And it's a pretty powerful technique. So I do invite you, check out that video right now, give it a click, hit the subscribe if you haven't already and you'd love to engage in the community. That would be awesome. And we'll see you in that video.